Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I've been doing for the while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm gonna talk about the stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. Don't say I never did anything for you, because typically I would not be doing a review this time of night with this type of lighting that just overemphasizes my big ass forehead. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my back room today, which means we get Peter Can Thunderbolt poster behind me. Peter Can Thunderbolt poster. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? What happens to be, boom, it is my Central Disorder shirt. One of a couple that I have. What the fuck is Central Disorder, though? They are a local local metal band out of Illinois, who I became affiliated with 2 or 3 years ago now. It starts to blur together a little bit. But I ran into these guys. They were an opener for a show that I went to go see. I'd never heard of them before, and they immediately impressed me. Like, you know, I love supporting the local scene. I always try to, you know, kind of shout it out whenever I can. But then there's those bands where it's like they've got it nailed down. And that was definitely Central Disorder. It was like, from the first time I saw them, it was like, these guys are incredible. Love what they're doing. I've got some merch. I've actually got some videos of their performances that I've attended. They're on the channel as well, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'll be happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music stuff goes, because I think they're an incredible band. So, absolutely love them. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why am I willing to endure the terrible lighting that just, again, it just puts a spotlight on my giant fucking forehead? Well, folks, it is kind of late at night, hence why I don't have the natural lighting to sort of help things out. But, you know, I was hungry, and, you know, when you see an opportunity for a review, you got to get it in. So, what am I reviewing for you today, folks? It's boom! It's a frozen pizza. But it's not just any frozen pizza. It's a frozen pizza from Newman's Own, which I have never, as far as I know, had a pizza from Newman's Own. This specifically, imported from Italy, by the way. Authentic Italian, stone fire crust, Quattro Formaggi. Yes. Buffalo mozzarella, buffalo ricotta, pecorino romano, and fior di latte cheese. So basically, it's a 4-cheese pizza, but super duper fancy. And then it also looks like there's like spinach or something on it. I don't know. But anyway, and then it's got a whole thing like the profits go to stuff. I figured I'd give it a go. It was simple enough to make, 425 degrees, popped it in for 11 minutes. Let's see how it is. But before we do that, let's go over there. We have the actual pizza itself. Ooh, got the pizza. Let's try to get a thing for the thing. Like, it's always a little bit perilous when I do these. And then let's get the other thing. So it looks like that. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's give it a go. Crust, maybe a little bit undercooked at 11. It said 10 to 12, so I did 11, but yeah, you can see it's a little bit in the middle, but eh. It's not bad. Even being a little bit undercooked, the crust is still actually really nice. Like, I got some pretty decent color on it. It's very thin, very crispy where it's not a little bit soggy. Yeah, I mean, crust definitely makes a big difference, for sure. Hmm. It's not bad. I mean, it is what it is. Again, it's basically just a four-cheese pizza, but obviously done up a little bit with non-common ingredients, at least here in the United States. Mm, I like it overall, but I am going to be honest with you. I kind of think that the more typical four-cheese blends that we use here in the United States for our frozen pizzas and stuff, I think I kind of prefer those a little bit, just because you know some of them are a little bit sharper. Like these, like with the buffalo mozzarella and stuff, like it's got a nice flavor to it. Um, it kind of has like an earthiness kind of quality to it. Like there's some really nice things to it. I will say when you go there, when you do get the right hit from it, because some of the cheeses are doing more than others. Some of them are a little bit more creamy, a little bit more passive, but when you get the ones that got a little tang to it, that for me is really where it's at its best. But I will say, I do actually think that, I mean, obviously, what with it being a frozen pizza, there's only so much that's going to translate. But I will say, like, you do kind of taste the quality of the ingredients here. Like, you are actually getting, like I said, a little bit of oomph here and there. You're tasting the mozzarella in a way that you typically wouldn't with, the more basic standard stuff. Oh, yeah, I mean, I'll kind of go with it. I'm going to have a little bit, because I want to see what the hell this is. Like, I'm guessing it's spinach. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like a little bit of spinach. I don't know why the hell they didn't put that in the description, but I also wish they would have used a little bit more of that. Because it gives it a little something extra. Kind of re-emphasizes that earthiness I was talking about, and at the same time, it goes over there and it kind of, livens it up a little bit. Just gives it a little extra something something. Yeah, it's not bad. Um, you know, I wasn't expecting it to be terrible or anything, but like I said, I'd never had Newman's Own Pizza. Uh, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Um, hmm, maybe on rare occasion, and sure-ish. Like, so here's the thing with this. For one thing, when it comes to frozen pizzas, of which I am very, very well associated with, um, I obviously have certain brands that I like to go with. This one, although it does offer some nice elements to it, would not be like a keynote brand in the ones that it's not taking up one of my top slots. I like certain things about it, but the fact of the matter is, if I want a more sort of premium pizza, there are other brands that I would go to that kind of hit a little bit harder for me, the way things that I personally want. I do like what it's offering in terms of that more rustic style pizza with, again, those sort of non-common ingredients. But here's the thing, kind of is two things for me. One is the price. Like, it wasn't a cheap pizza. And, for me, I mean, you can go over there, you can get a fucking Tony's pizza for less than $4. You go over there, put a little hot sauce on it, whatever. It'll get you through. And the fact of the matter is that, it'll be pretty tasty for what it is within its limited capacity. So that's kind of one thing, is that this, I forget exactly how much this cost, but I do remember being like, okay, that's why I only bought one. It definitely costs more. Which, okay, fine. As long as it's delivering, as long as you're getting, a sort of premium experience out of it. Thing is, and this is kind of where the other thing comes into play, we already have other premium frozen pizzas like DiGiorno and what have you that quite frankly are around the same price point, I believe, that yeah, I just think do it better. You know, if I want this type of pizza, you know, more again, that more rustic sort of old school style pizza, I have places around me that I could actually go to and get those freshly made. And I feel like this type of pizza in particular really benefits from that. So for me, yeah, I mean, you know, maybe once in a great while, but it's like it exists in this weird space where like it's a premium frozen pizza, but there's other premium frozen pizzas I like more. And realistically, if I'm gonna spend the money anyway, I might as well just, you know, go out for like an actual pizza. So yeah, I don't know. If I'm recommending it though, like sure, it's not bad or anything like that. I think the things that it does well, it does well. But it really is that thing of like, what are you personally looking for? You know, it's not fundamentally, even at its best, it's not the best frozen pizza I've ever had. It's okay. The flavors were pretty good for what they were, but again, I do think that the frozen aspect of it, those type of ingredients don't transfer as well. You're not getting like the same oomph from them you normally would if they were fresh. You know, but again, it's not a bad pizza. That's kind of where I'm at with it. It's nothing I would really recommend per se, but 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly proper pizza-tastic rest of your life. Whether it's this or, you know, some delicious deep dish or some New York style, whatever works for you. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what is your personal take on, you know, the sort of premium frozen pizza market? Is it something you engage with? Is it something that you sort of omit yourself from? Because, again, you know, it really, like, as much as I wish that I was enough of a baller where I could just be, like, dropping it on DiGiorno's and home run in pizzas, you know, all the time, can't do that. You know, it's just financially, you know, it's just a bit much. You know, so I'm a little bit more humble about that. But at the same time, I enjoy a nice, you know, occasional nice one. Um, I don't know, you know, it's like I said, I like them when I can have them, but at the same time, then it's like if I'm already paying that, why not just go out? So, mixed emotions. But anyway.